Live. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It To You Straight. Live, guys, live. Good evening. Welcome to the channel. This is a Gemini Live, meaning that Gemini will go first with any questions, any concerns, and then the following zodiac signs: Scorpio, Cancer, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo. In that order. This is I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It To You Straight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As we move forward, today is December the 20th, 2025. I'm trying to see if you can see that. There you go, December. I know I was trying to move that out of there, but it looks so pretty. Don't you think it looks so pretty? Faith in all you do, believing in yourself is what's important. If you are in a gratitude mode, any thoughts of gratitude, appreciation that'll start filling your heart in divine order, in divine love. Start coding in your mind, what are you grateful for? Fueling your mind, affirming in divine order through divine love. My heart is filled with gratitude and love and appreciation. Alive and awake and truly blessed and thankful for another day. Prayers, petitions, affirmations. Begin to code that in your mind. Express gratitude. That'll open the doors, floodgates, miracles as you start transforming, releasing. Remember that you could transform all those fears into, right? Into love. Small steps. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a Gemini read. Thank you, Gemini, for all the likes, the support here. You guys got the most likes and of course views. So thank you. As we move forward in this channel, with the rest of the zodiac signs, I'm leaving 4 behind for now, but that's gonna change in the future. There's no signs left behind. You could also watch the way you connect to the universe with the other zodiac signs. I will not be doing them, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, or of Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, or Pisces. Yeah, those are the ones that I'm not going to be doing or taking any questions for right now. All right. If you've been with me this long, if you don't understand the way I read, then you're not going to understand me, especially Pisces. Pisces are in the 12th house, so they have a really hard time seeing the truth and the things, they stay with culture, but they really, like, they in between the past and the future. So it takes a lot of them for them to really understand things. So I don't want to confuse you anymore than you already are. You'll find your way, Pisces. And this is coming from a Pisces. Pisces, you will find your way. The ones that just want the instant gratification, the ones that think that life is just, whatever, your driven nature is and then your sensitive nature is going to be your downfall. So you got to really understand the magic and tapping into your willpower. These cards mostly speak of your connection to the cosmos and the gods. All right. And so one of the reasons I'm here. All right. They have been used and misused. And so it's sad. And you guys get stuck in the loop, either of hate and destruction or living in the past. All right? So once I'm done with my 3-year ministry, then I'll move forward. And so that's it. This is about revealing things. Maybe not so comfortable, but once you learn, you grow, you expand your consciousness. Remember that your mind is a direct extension with that of the universe. And it, of course, it is endowed with incredible, infinite, and creative powers. When you start speaking, walking, and acting different, you already know the divine. It's a discipline for your body, all right? So if you look at the Bible, the first 5 books of the Bible, that's what it speaks about, all right? And I could give it to you in those terms. I could speak to you in the Bible terms, so to help you understand that this is the Torah, and there are codes that are hidden. So to really, basically, you have the discipline for your body. It's like you let the Holy Spirit, right? And that is in you. It's an energy. It's a discernment. God is a spirit that lives within you. All right. It's not outside of you. It's not in a church. It's not in a cathedral. It's within you. Okay. How to have the access. Why is your divinity so hard to access? Why can't you get these? Like, what are you not understanding? Why are you not growing? All right. A lot of you guys got 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. That is saying to you, it's time to have a level of surrender. It is time. It is time to follow your true path. It is time. It is time. It is time. When you get to that phase of the hermit, if you start distancing yourself from, life or the rat race to find your true path, your spiritual north, right? When you're in solitary, you've been withdrawn, So, but if you reflect, if you're avoiding self-reflection, okay, or you're not really understanding here, right? If you're looking for truth and guidance, right? If you want to be illuminated, engulfed and inflamed with the spirit. So this is all about the spiritual quest and the role of a spiritual mentor. All right? If your attention is inwards and you're looking for answers within, all right? Because you could just reflect, oh, in retrospect, I shouldn't have gone there, I shouldn't have done that. If you're really soul searching in the meaning of life and why I'm here, what is it all about, right? Not just trying to write letters and trying, because the hermit is all about reflection of the inner, finding your wisdom, and this reflection is stepping back from the world to find your own truth and guidance. This is about being illuminated in your path rather than external validation. This is where you take time to slow down. So if you're there, great. If you're not there, then you get there eventually. All right. If not, you're gonna be caught in this virtuous circle of destruction. Okay. This is how people can have control over the masses. Put them in this loop. You'd be like the Uberus, right? Going around and around with no end, no beginning, no end. Don't know. At some point, you're gonna have to take control. At some point, you're gonna have to say, you know what? You're gonna have to. All right. But if you want drama, instant gratification, if that's all you care about, gratifying the senses, you got to go in the spirit. This is where your true essence lies. It's within you. All right? So, when you look at the laws that are binding us, that govern our lives, you got to ask yourself, what is this divine oneness? What do I belong to? What is my vibrational frequency? What I have to run through, A lot of you guys only understand the law of attraction, but there are so many other laws that are in place, And so when you understand the law of correspondence, as above, so below, so within, so without. So when you understand the law of action, manifestation requires aligned action. You start acting, walking, all right? The law of compensation, we are rewarded for the right actions. The law of proportional transmission of energy. Energy is always moving and changing. All right, the polarity. There are two sides to everything. The law of rhythm. Everything, of course, vibrates at different frequencies. It's like a heartbeat. You got to find that in your heart. It's within your heart. All right? So nothing is permanent. The law of gender, it requires of these two polarities, the feminine and the masculine, how to really become one with the energy, all right? To really not choose sides and to really become one, to transform that dark into light, vice versa, all right? You have the power to do that and tapping into, flipping out of the infinity loop, And the magic is the mother of eternity, and understanding that the universe is connected. Not just your intellect. Your intellect is just one part of them, right? So to really know that thyself, when you create space for yourself to grow, and understand your back and forth through dark, shadow, light, and consciousness. That is the same game of polarity that the all is playing with itself, ever expanding and growing. So, sticker feels illegal but isn't. Feels illegal but isn't. They want me to ask a question. Feels illegal but isn't. What is that feels illegal? That's the question. So if anybody has a question, Gemini, this is your live. This is your live. Any Geminis in the house, come on in. I have more time now. I have more time now. Oh, gosh. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. All right. I don't have my nails done, but I'm going to pull a card for Gemini. Gemini, I did some shorts for you guys earlier, so let's go ahead so we can get this started. I don't have my nails done, guys. It's just one of those days where I have so much going on. I was trying to do my nails, but there's so much other stuff that I got to take care of. Not enough time. So, it feels illegal, but it isn't. What feels illegal, but it isn't? What feels illegal, guys, but it isn't? So I have to do my nails, guys. If you want to chat, if you have a question, I don't listen. If you are an Aries and you've been here, if you want to chat, if you want to come and ask a question, it's okay. All right, I'm not taking that from you. If you are a Pisces, if you want to chat, no questions though. I'm not gonna give you no tarot. If you didn't understand me yet, you're not gonna understand me. So I'm wasting my time. All right, everybody, you're not ready yet. You're not part of what I'm supposed to do right now. You watch maybe a year or two, maybe you'll get it then, but not right now. So I'm not gonna waste my time. If you are a Sagittarius or a Leo, if you want to chat or you want to ask a question that has to do nothing with tarot, you could come in. Okay? But I will not explain and talk to you about these cards. Anything personal that you want to, if you have any problems, you need any guidance, I will definitely give you a little, something. But tarot, no, I'm not wasting my time. It's not what you think it is, okay? It's not what you think it is. This is something that it'll blow your mind once you really understand what it's all about. It's not that cute. It's not that cute. Okay. All right. So Gemini, let's see here if you get the same energy from earlier. What feels illegal but isn't, guys? Anybody? That is the question. All right. I guess I just come in with that. What feels illegal but it isn't? They didn't really think about that, right? What feels illegal? What are you doing if that feels illegal but isn't? Cheating. All right. So the Strength card, and for you, Gemini, again, you got the Tower card. All right. This is going to be a major theme in your life because the Tower represents transformations. They could be messy. They could be challenging, but they are going to get you to your true self, to where you're supposed to be. All right. So Uranus is in your third house. All right. This is causing you unexpected changes. This is a kind of a rebellion. So if anything that you work, the defenses here that you work so hard to keep up, right? And so if you look at the cosmic energy of this represents getting these moments of inspiration. This represents innovation, sudden changes, pushing humanity, right? This is liberation from, this is the unconventional energy when we look at the cosmic, right? Because spirituality is a connection to the cosmos. And so when you really don't understand the Bible and things like that, this is breaking down so you can really understand. This is all about cosmic fuel here. So the gods are not so happy. So they always try to get our attention, right? So when we understand, right? The creator. All right. So anyway, So any aha moments, right? This is progress, growth, liberation from outdated systems. The aha moments, the technology, the breakthroughs, and breaking free from limitations and societal norms. All right? In mythology, Uranus, the sky god, was overthrown, and his story is seen as a metaphor for the upheaval that can lead to a new creation and transformation, rebellion and freedom from it. Okay, this symbolizes the impulse to be free from rules, restrictions, driving a desire for independence. All right, and change. The planet Uranus is the planet of unconventional driving and inspo to be, to break free from the limitations, to be authentic. All right, this is gonna happen, and this can manifest suddenly, unexpectedly. That changes and shake up your comfort zones here. All right, and that structure is all about new growth, a willingness to question established rules and structures, technological advances. Now you got Gemini, right, assisting you. All right. So anything social reforms and the rapid pace of change in the world. That's why you have this tower, all right? It's all about technological. But you understand that, look, bad associations, like I told you, people from your past, maybe it's going to cause you to want to move here. This is all about you becoming self-sufficient. Your biggest lesson here is to be self-sufficient. All right, so you're the epitome of grace, where your soul shines with harmony and the riches intertwined. If you're trying to get out here of your old, let's say your old neighborhood, right? Because you're in the third house, right? If you're trying to buy the house or move away from your old neighborhood, all right, Gemini, you need to know about Uranus. It's going to cost those. This is breaking free from the things that are limitations, right? The strength represents hardship, okay, the struggles, all right, that we must endure, to be patient, kind, that kind of energy. Hey, Pumpernickel Wisdom. Hey, Escube. Hi, hi, hi. Stay your sign when you come in if you have a question. If not, you could, if you have a question or you want to chat, just you could chat with me, okay? We're not gonna learn this right away. All right. So if you're here, maybe trying to become a manager or this overnight success here. So if you haven't not there, right, because this is a manager's position. If this is a woman that lives alone or a man, doesn't really matter. Okay. And the strength card. How do I calm my mind? All right. How do I calm my mind? And where do I find the strength, right? You got the mental and practical fortitude with the strength card to prevail in any situation. So basically, the tower, physically, spiritually, is telling you one thing, all right? But I mostly concentrate here because I don't like to deal with a lot of the drama. So I mostly try to give you more of the knowledge, so you could grow in wisdom, right? And your higher self, your future self, will thank you, right? Because let me say, it's bad associations. Many mistakes due to wrong actions. All right? The consequences of this may be coming to light now. All right? As a result, your family will be forced some trouble. You could be causing you a lot of embarrassment. Okay? So you might want to distance yourself. All right? From all those people who have affected you alive. So I will react. And I told you this already. You got the same thing. And this is life. All right? Avoid hearsay without knowing the truth. Make sure that you really get the truth, So don't let conflict escalate here in every situation, right? Try to have self-control here, right? Make sure that the person's really coming at you. You know what I mean? And so this is a husband and a wife. They may make a decision regarding their relationship. So you could be a couple, right? It might be going your favor, it might not. It could be a landlord. It could be anything like that. So just be mindful here, okay? Just don't let things escalate, all right? Use your best version, right? The best version of yourself. But if you want to be successful, in order for you to be successful, you got to believe like you already won, like you're already successful, all right? So how to get there? How to get to that point where, man, you know what? To be the champion, I am the champion already. To believe that you already have. In order to achieve success, right? Like Muhammad Ali said, you have to know that you're already the champion. Hey, Varsha Rajur. All right. You have to believe that you're the champion. I like people that want to learn. This is where I'm at. And so if you're trying to learn something new, if you're all about the intellect, using the gifts. You got the gift of the gab, right? How to be more eloquent, how to use my words, how to be more articulate. I mean, I had that problem, so I understand. All right. So how to control my primal urges. All right. When I feel like people coming at me, right? So there's emotional boundaries that we have to set too. All right. So there's a lot of things here. So this is, and I like this because this is about this very. I mean, like we go to the strength card and we see somebody that your resilience will greatly aid you, and your fearlessness, right, in no areas. All right, you have no issue speaking your mind. All right. So this goes deeper. This goes deeper. This is not just what you think it is. I'm not gonna just get one book. So let's just, like we got to be mindful of, superficial information here. We're really trying to find the truth. Give me your sign. You got to give me your sign. You got to give me your sign. I could just give you some encouragement. All right. But I'm not gonna just ask me. You can ask me, but I'm not gonna pull no tarot for you because you're not gonna understand what I'm trying to pull out here. All right. I'm trying to move forward with some truths here, and if you're all about the physical, then you're gonna lose. All right. We need discipline. We need spiritual discipline. If you're not going to church, great. That's the conventional. That's the traditional. But you need to learn how to have to access your spirit. Your spiritual life is important. We losing a lot of people because of that. All right, there's too many crimes going on, man, because we lack awareness. All right, we're letting the ego, the animal, takes over. We destroying our own selves. Thank God for people that are in prayer and groups and trying to get high vibrational. So we got to be careful. If you want to live like that, hey, that's on you. Knowing these changes are gonna happen. All right. So if you're negative, if you got self-esteem issues, if you're insecure, if you got negativity about love, all right. Hey, Miss Stranger Finder. Hi, Strange Finder. All right. If you that got the career imposter syndrome here, if you fear about making big moves, if you got a compulsion spending, if you hesitant about spending, how do I deal with duality? If I lack trust, how have you more domineering? How do I control my impulses? How do I could become irritated and dominating when things don't go my way, right? How I need to be in command. Undertakers, I'm not going to do no supportive roles. Like, really, really got to get into this. Give me your sign. If you have a question, you don't, like, if you have a question without tarot, you don't have to. But if you want me to give you a card, you got to give me your sign. All right? So, Gemini, what the cards are really telling you is don't rush to say yes. Don't rush to say yes here to something that you really don't want to do. All right? You do not force yourself to go to a place where you've been going for however long. Okay? Oh, you're a Libra. Okay. All right? Wherever you've been going for however long it's been. Okay? It doesn't align with your higher self. All right? And your mental health. So wherever you've been going to, you don't force yourself. All right? Remember that sometimes you're going to have to learn how to be uncomfortable to make others happy. But when you do it too much, all right, it becomes toxic. So you need to find the balance here. All right. So practicing letting go of control over one small thing in your life. All right. Remember your spirit, your sensitive nature. Embrace that. That is your source of strength and intuition. Your energy is dynamic, electrical, charismatic. You're super people, feeling amazing. Remember that you deserve the same love and attention that you give to others around you. So don't rush today. Don't rush. Don't rush to say yes to something that you really don't want to do. It's just that's it. Don't rush. You don't have to rush. Don't make people make you feel guilty because they put you up on Instagram and you buy them stuff. Oh, look what. Don't let them people manipulate you. Don't do that. Aria. Okay? This is energy. It's all about survival mode. So if you're in your career, if you can harness the animal, right? All your anger, all your instincts, all your anger, your drive, you can take big steps in your career, all right? It doesn't mean that you let your instincts take over, but that you rather channel them into productive use here, all right? Channel them into something where you really be able to find your power to grow. But what does that really mean, right? If you're working on control spending, right? Maybe you need to get braces done, dental, teeth, clothing, luxury here. Are you saving? All right. So you really got to understand this energy, and I could go really, really deep, because the animal, this all go with the Eight of Cups, with the Eight of Pentacles, working really, really hard. Maybe doing, you don't mind multitasking, but you don't always want to have to work that hard to get the things that you want, right? So your journey is about being emotional and spiritual rather than physical. Okay? Emotional and spiritual rather than physical and psychological. All right? Your domesticated type, this means that you're not going to use, because this is not going to use my mouth to bite. Right? That's a primal way to bite, to control a situation. All right? So using your calm energy is what it's all about. The excitement for you, anytime that you get excited, you're going to say to yourself, let me correct that excitement. All right? She's coming from a primal place, this animal here. Okay, come on, we're gonna have to do this. All right, you should gotta check the excitement. So I really want to help you break out of that infinity loop, and to help you understand that magic, the magic that you have here, is the mother of eternity. You're connected to the mind of the universe, and you have a direct access to that. All right. So your energy, when each and every one of us, if we are endowed with incredible, infinite creative power, so nurture more of your creativity. All right. So the lion is trying to help you. They're gonna allow you to use your obedience side, right? Your loving side, to help you how to interact with people. So you really got to understand that. This energy is about a little bit of submissive, all right? So either you fight or you flight. You surrender or you flight. So this energy is really, really important for you to understand. She gives you trouble here, but she's going to be the best team player you have, all right? So learning how to really calm and correct the excitement, all right? The animal that you're working on is you. So really understand that. It's not dumb. It's not dumb. It's not out there. It's you. The animal that you're trying to correct here, Gemini, it's you. That's the only one that you're working on. All right. It is in our DNA. It is in our primal urges. All right. Remember, the way that she controls the situation, she bites. That is her primal way. But she's gonna show you at the same time how to use that obedience side. All right, that loving side, to help you interact with people. So really, really understand this energy. All right. And you don't know, you will find out exactly what this card is telling you. Spiritually, all right? Spiritually, you got to understand this. I am tired of seeing people hurt out here. I am tired of it. So, okay, spiritually speaking, all right? And just watch the people. Don't go to places you've been going, all right? That if you've been going for no, all right? You don't feel obligated to, all right? That goes with family members and things like that. This holiday, if you wanted to now, let me do something at home with me and my kids. I don't have to be in every scene, every party. It's gonna cost you, because this is the roof is on fire. This, you're gonna see this car over, because this represents party, having a good time, right? Clubbing. Like some relationships are like messy, like rock concerts, loud and messy. We like it that way, but at some point, that only it's only for special occasions. Okay, so if you have a question, come on in. All right, so that's basically one of the things. So, self-sufficiency is what it's all about. And I don't have my nails done. I'm sorry. I don't have my nails done. If any Geminis have a question, you go first. If any Tauruses, Virgos, Libras, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Virgo, you guys have a question, come on in with the tarot only. Anybody else, any other sign, you can ask me any questions. I don't mind giving you a little guidance, support, inspiration, but not with this, because I don't think you really I think your mind is somewhere else, and I've been with you here this long, and I know I speak. See, here I take my time, but I know when I'm doing a 3 minute short, it's really, really hard uh, to kind of explain things, because everything needs an explanation or an analogy. I have to do some comparing and contrasting. If nobody has a question, no problem. I'll be back. Richard and my stranger, Mr. Stranger. Okay, I'll be right back. Radha Sina, what is your sign? If you have a question, ask me. What is your sign? Put your sign. Put your sign. What is your sign, Radha? No, you can ask me a question. You can ask me a question. I'll see what I could give you, okay? You can ask me a question. If you want, I'm not doing Leo readings right now. Okay? No Leo, no Sagittarius, no Aries, and no Pisces. For now. Okay? So if you are those signs, thank you for being here. I will take a question. I will chat with you, but no tarot. Okay? Because if I give you tarot, you might get instant gratification. All right? What do you get here? All right? You're not understanding. You're not really understanding the energy. Okay? And so for me, I value myself too much. I got my self-respect, and I will not drain my energy. All right? So if you want instant gratification, you won't find it here. Okay? If you have this self-importance, if you have a problem speaking, all right? You got to really understand the evolution of your consciousness when it comes to this Queen of Swords. But if you have this Jezebel, I deal with a lot of Jezebel spirits, all right? And I'm not dealing with that here. You got to really understand when she's direct in communication, when she really speaks her mind, she's got to speak from the heart. She's holding the sword of truth, the Holy Grail, okay? You got to really understand this card is too spiritual for you to understand, okay? Floyd, what is your sign? 612. All right. If you have this self-importance, I deal with a lot of Jezebel spirit, and what that means is somebody that has an unhealthy ego. So I know what I'm dealing with. Hi, Floyd. Stay your sign. All right. You're not gonna like me. You're not gonna like me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Sorry. All right. So if you have this self-importance about yourself, all right. If you think people are jealous and envious of you, you're delusional, you're believing in things like that. If you're dealing with a lot of, I don't deal with none of that stuff, okay? If you think you have unlimited admiration, beauty, power, success, brilliant, perfection, worship, and love, if you're living in this delusional states, if you demand entitlement, automatic compliance with expectations, unreasonable expectations of others, then you're on the road. If you're critical when disappointed, too bad. All right, it's time to get out of that energy. So that's it. That's all I got to say. All right. You're gonna keep running around in circles, on and on and on, and you're not gonna get those. You're not gonna get the answers. The answers don't lie out there. They lie within you. Okay. So if you're Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or Pisces, I will chat with you, but I will not give you no tarot because you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say to you. I don't think you guys are ready for what I have to offer in this channel. So. No Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or Pisces. All right? If you want to unsubscribe, that's fine with me. But I will not give no more energy when it comes to the tarot. I will chat with you if you have a question that you want to ask. Absolutely. Okay? But I will not be giving you because you don't really understand the meaning. All right? And so you got to learn how to see things from multiple perspectives. Physically, you understand them. All right? To be level-headed, to be fair-minded, to be open to new things. I don't think you guys are there yet. I don't think so. All right. This is for me. It's a personal journey that I'm on. And I took an oath to speak the truth and be direct. So if you think it's so much about love, if you like leaving things up in the air, if you're not communicating your needs, right, to your person, if you find yourself tired of talking and talking and talking and people are not respecting. If you overextend your compassion, there's some limitations. Because she sets limit and she's clear and decisive in what she chooses to spend her time on. Okay? So, but if she speaks of the evolution of your consciousness more than anything and finding the Holy Grail. Because if you take an oath to speak the truth, you got to speak the truth. Truth is not going to be comfortable. You're going to learn how to be uncomfortable with certain things. You don't like, we don't live in the truth. We live in lies and pretend that everything is great. We say things that we don't mean. Then we got to take them back. In retrospect, I shouldn't have gone there. I shouldn't have done this. And you're going to stay in this destruction pattern, this loop. And when people are caught up in a loop, you could control them. because they lack an awareness. All right. So if you're looking for instant, my flesh, you gotta let your ego, right? Because it's an instrument that you could use. You gotta let the flesh suffer. If you're not willing to let, then you're gonna have a real hard time. You're gonna have a really really hard time. Okay. It is up to you to make that change. It is up to you to speak from the heart and the mind. All right. The heart and the mind, they got to have this mind and heart coherence and getting through patterns, right? So when you build up upon and you go in order and you repattern your subconscious, your internal monologue. You got to learn how to cultivate a new mindset, flexibility. You're gonna have to learn how to do so many things that if you just want to live like that, whatever, then that's you. Then that's what you get. There's nothing that I could really do for a lot of people here. All right, and so that's it. If you can't set spiritual boundaries, and if you're not using your discernment, your intuition is sharp, but discernment is key here. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. If you're letting people in your inner world and you don't set those boundaries because you're scared of losing love, you're not going to lose love by setting boundaries. You're going to lose drain. Whether it's your family, your loved ones, people at work, you're allowed to protect your energy. Your boundaries are an act of self-respect. All right? So just put some respect on the things that are important to you. If you don't know your values, what they are, your integrity, your morality, all right? What I want to know your sign. You're going to ask me the same. You're going to go around the same circle. If you haven't find it with the maybe 20, 30 channels of tarot that you got, what makes you think that you're going to understand what I'm going to tell you here? What makes you think that? How many channels you got? 50, maybe more? And nothing. You're going around in a circle. That's what you're doing. You're a Cancer. Oh, okay. If you're a Cancer, absolutely. Go ahead and ask the question. That's what I say. Put your sign. I'm not doing Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Pisces. Any other sign, ask me your question. This is a Gemini. Of course, if Gemini comes first, they have first access to this live. But if you're a Cancer, if you're a Scorpio, if you are a Capricorn, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, or a Cancer, you ask me a question, of course. All right? I don't got to know all that. The moon was in Gemini. I could take you. If you tell me right now your Saturn, I could take you to the people that you're going to be mostly having problems with. I want you to take me to your Saturn. Where was Saturn when you was born? That's the planet. That's the one I'm focusing on today. When you was born, where was Saturn? And I'm going to tell you who you're going to be having more karma with, because this is what it's all about. So your karmic is going to be with Aries. You got Saturn. When you was born, Saturn was in Aries, correct? That's what you're telling me? So these are the people that you're going to have karma with. It's just that simple. All right? Everybody else is just going to be, it's going to feel like that, okay? Because the energy is old. So that's who you're going to be having, that's who you're having problems with, correct? Okay? You're going to be having problems with Aries. You're going to be so much around them and want to be around them, or you just don't want to be around them. All right? Saturn was in Leo when you was born, so that's who you're going to have karma with Leo. What is your sign? All right? You must find it. You must heal it. No, I have not come across many Aries. Oh, all right. Wow, that's interesting. Wow. Oh, okay, Taurus. I'm taking Taurus questions. Okay, yeah. I put the shorts up. I asked you guys go in there so I could move forward with you. That's it. I'm not gonna, because that means you understanding me. You know what, you're there. You understanding things. Also, you have not come across. So who's your karma with? Because Saturn, you sure that Aries, Saturn was in Aries? Because you have that karmic with Aries more than anything. That is that is the one that's gonna, All right, so let me put it like this. I have that my Geminis and Saturn. So everybody in my life, my father, my best friends, the people that I dated, they all been Gemini. My sister, and I'm also a twin. So I have that's my third house. It is in Saturn. When I was born, Saturn was in the third house, in the Gemini. All right? So I always have that. So I was like, wow. All right. These are the people that you're going to have karmic, in these karmic connections more than anybody. So I'm surprised that that hasn't. Wow, really? Oh, that's weird. Weird. Oh. So you want to know what is feelings of Kalai, Cancer, Sun, Pisces, and Moon. So you got to. So wait. My Jupiter's in Pisces. Oh, your Jupiter. Jupiter. One thing about Jupiter is Pisces ruler. Uh, but it doesn't let you lose. It helps you keep and maintain the things that you already have. It's the good karma kind of energy. All right. So you want to know what is feelings of Kalai, Cancer, Sun, in Pisces. Yeah, you don't have to give me all that. I'm not doing astrology. I just my focus is on Saturn's energy and the discipline because that's the planet of karma for the structure. All right, but Jupiter is retro. Where's Jupiter right now? Is Jupiter in no? Where's Jupiter at? It's in Sagittarius. Not yet. In the sixth. Oh, okay. Really? I didn't check. I didn't check a whole week. Sometimes people don't care, so I don't really check. I don't really check. Yeah, I know we got a lot of action in Sagittarius. Yeah, we have Mars and Venus in Sagittarius. We got to look at those fast moving planets and then the slow moving planets. So let's go ahead. When I shuffle the cards, they show me the Hierophant. And in tradition, religious, it's a card of traditional values. Look, all right, and it's a card of marriage. All right, in some religious says, oh, this is a card of marriage, but it's a card of changes. It's a card of curiosity and freedom. All right. So what happened here? Okay. Was there supposed to be a marriage, or you was married to this person? You felt like this person was meant to be destined with you? Like, what happened here? Hey, please excuse me. I don't have none of my jewelry on, and I don't have no nail polish. I almost didn't come in because of that, but so what's going on here? Because you have the Wheel of Fortune, and it's destined, kind of like like a deja vu, like a karmic lover faded, like because the energy is very old here. All right, and but okay, but no contact. Yes, I wanted to get married to him, so you pushed him away. You scared him. All right, you scared. What happened is that you scared him. All right, or this just came to teach you a lesson because it is the karmic. All right, it is the wheel, not of fortune. It's the wheel of karma. This is the wheel of karma. So basically, this is, do you feel like you have, do you like to take control of your own destiny, or how do you use your power? There's power and there's influence here. He also wanted, but he was confused. No, he was making excuses. No, he wasn't confused. Yeah, I guess he kept changing his mind. All right. Sometimes, I want it, I don't. All right. So I don't do a lot of that petty nonsense. I don't do a lot of that. That's not for me. Oh yeah, maybe I don't do that. I know you. I know that you know the energy from a ratchet, a very toxic, and when it's too much, it's toxic. So I'm here about to elevate your consciousness and to help you understand here. All right. This could have been a karmic cycle when, like I said to you, when you get those karmic lovers, they often feel faded and like deja vu because the energy is very low, right? It's very low and very old, all right? So until you liberate, this is a form of liberation. I don't do all that. Oh, he wanted you, he didn't want. I don't want to give you all that drama for what? That's gonna confuse you even more. What do you do here? All right? Excuses, nothing. Excuses. He's feeling excuses. All right? So you're not understanding what I just told you. I don't think you're understanding it. And this is the problem that I have. It is listen, karmic lovers, they often feel faded or like deja vu because the energy is old. Anytime that you're gonna come across somebody, they're gonna feel like you met them before, like you want to be with them, But it's you should already know this. So the thing here, you're going through changes. Do you stay with him? Do you forgive? Do you move forward? Do you find emotional contentment? Do you do it when it's consistent? Because I'm going to choose consistency over fantasy. Okay? What is your sign? What is your sign? No Leo, no Sagittarius, no Aries, and no Pisces. No questions. You could go ahead and comment. You could come and chat with me. Get out of your feelings very quickly because it's going to destroy you. Your feelings will have you crying and over closed doors. It's that. All right? If you have a chat, if you want to chat, if you want to ask me a question outside of here. All right? So what do you do here now? Okay? What do you do here? Because, yes. What do you do here, Cancer? All right. I don't think she's understanding. Or he. All right. Sorry. No more. So what is his feeling? His feelings are, well, the thing is not what is his feelings, all right? Because he wants it or he don't want it. Okay? My thing is this. You need consistency over fantasy. All right? How long you been with this person? How long you was with this person? Well, this is a 10-year. This is a 10-year. Maybe five. Maybe you give him 5 years. If it was right, maybe they will marry you in 5 years. All right. A lot of couples that stick together. Yeah, a lot of couples. You got a long way to go. You got a long way to go. You got a long way to go. A lot of couples after 5 years they start getting things together because you don't want to make a mistake here. Let them do what they have to do. They probably still got a cycle they got to close out. The timing could be off because remember, this is all about changes. Look at this. And freedom. All right? How do I set my independence while being in a relationship? All right? So you like the traditional. You like the consistency. And so then now for the past 4 months, it's no contact. All right? Child, listen, I don't know what to tell you. This is the things here. All right, get a mentor, get somebody that's gonna help you overcome this, because right now I don't think that you really understand this energy here. This is open road. I'm ready to explore. I like you. I might love you, but I'm not looking to have a connection with you right now. I don't want to have a stable connection. No, I don't want it. I like my freedom. You know, it's being in a relationship is one thing, but being in a relationship that gives you freedom, right? To do your own thing, to do to explore my own independence. We know what the state of unity is like. When we call it, what modern physics called the unified field, because we know that we're connected. Subconsciously, we get that pull back to when we want to reunite with the person, to be one with them. All right, microscopically, we reflect our romantic yearnings when we want to find that one piece, that missing piece of ourselves. All right, the person that will make us what? Complete, to have us to combine together back into one, because we know what the state of unity is like. So we should explore our own independence. All right, you already know this. You already listen. You could listen. You already know this. All right, I'm done. I don't think. Listen, I am so done. I'm so sorry. I am so done. Either you go and move. The universe got something better, but just hang in there. Destiny. Listen, some people that hang in there, some people stay with this. They stay waiting. They come back a couple of years later, or 4 months later, and you take them back. All right. Let him explore. You either move forward. All right. If you're looking for stability, security, if you're looking for marriage, it's not. You will probably get it in 10 years. All right. So does he wants to come back to me? You could have just comment all this. All right. And I won't have to go through and explain that to you, because I'm using these cards to mostly explain the chase. When we look at Orion's belt, when we look at the concept, because this is where I'm at with this and understanding that once this person could be faithful as a dog. All right, because this is what it's showing you. Because I could go to Orion's belt and knowing that Orion used to check this out, like the mythology I want to get into the mythology of it and keep explaining this card over and over again when you see the Fool. This person could be faithful as a dog, but after he finished exploring, he needs freedom. He could be, yes, I know he was. He was faithful, but he needs freedom. There's something here. He's trying to find the meaning. He might not like the rules, the rigidity of it. All right, the religious part, there's something here that he doesn't like. Stop throwing your people, the person that you're with, your religions and your beliefs. They don't like that. You got to understand that this is strict to rules. This is all about conformity, and this is non-conformity. This is unconventional. This is the problem that a lot of people are having. This is the problem that everybody's having, and I'm trying to explain that here. Not that he doesn't like rules. He doesn't like this rules. All right? There are things here that he's not agreeing with, and you probably push that on them. All right? Listen, the fact about marriage, you're not understanding this. The fact about marriage. In order to be with somebody, see, marriage was made for the people who keep the bloodline. White people started getting married. All right? He knows there's something that he knows, that he remembers. And he don't like this. You don't have to have a pen and a paper. It's just a contract. He doesn't like the contract of it. All right? Some people stay together. They do common law marriages. You got to understand that. This is not so much about the rules. All right? This is a rule breaker. This is about the unconventional. You don't need a piece of paper to be my wife. All right? Everybody wants to have, and some people are not like that. You're going to have to wait till they grow into it. But they could be faithful, but if once you put this, well, then good luck. I'm done. All right? I'm done. You might not get it not right now, okay? It's not going to happen right now. They don't, a lot of people, man, but why I got to be married? That for them, that's like a whole set. That's like sentencing them to death. All right? That's not a marriage is a legal contract. A lot of people don't like it. You don't have to be with somebody to be married. All right? Once you start talking, you don't have to. A lot of people don't like it. You're not understanding that. I want him to call. Well, then you stop throwing the marriage. He ain't ready yet. He's not ready yet. You got to give him that freedom to be, like if you say, oh, let's say that you don't like a guy, or you with a guy. You don't want to, he want to talk about marriage right away. No. What happened? Well, maybe he doesn't want to marry you. Maybe he doesn't want to marry you. He might not want, then you're the problem. You see that? You answer your own question. Then why is he in matrimony? Maybe he doesn't want to marry you. All right? Maybe it's you. See, now you answer your own question. You see that? You just answered your own question. So he's married, so maybe it's you. He don't want to marry you. All right? So if he's married, so if this is a married man, so you're doing karma. You're going to have really bad karma. Okay? You're going to have really bad karma. If he's already in matrimony, so why would you want to be with a married man? Listen, I'm done. I'm done. Man, this is really bad karma. You're going to get really bad karma. And you're going to just read okay? So I'm not reaching out now. All right? You're going to get really bad karma. Okay? So stop it. Not desperate. All right? Then why did he come to... It doesn't matter. It's up to you. You can't say because now you doing the scapegoat. Now you're blaming it on him. Why did he come to me? You got to stand firm, okay? You're not understanding. Okay? It's not bad. It's not good to date a married person. Even if they come to you, I will get bad karma. It's not good to date. You should know it's not good to date a married person, okay? Because then it's gonna keep the loop. It's not good. All right? It's just not good to date a married person. You're gonna be when you think you're gonna move forward with somebody, the joke's gonna be on you. Okay? And you're gonna have really bad karma. So let that person go. Don't worry about that person. Put some respect on yourself. All right? You just told me that he likes matrimony. You just told me then why is he... So I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. All right, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Never mind. I think that you're misunderstanding me. All right. I'm reading what you're saying. You say he's in matrimony. If you're saying that he's in matrimony, then he's married to somebody else. If he's not marrying you, then it's you. Then if he's in a matrimony, why would you want to date a man that's married? And now you're saying he's single. Which one is it? He's single, he's not married? First you said, why is he in a matrimony? When I said to you, right, he doesn't want to get married, he doesn't like this conformity card, the card of dogma, sticking to these rules, all right, that work for other people, don't work for him. And then you said, why they want, then you telling me he's married. All right, I'm done. Okay, well, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you so much. Okay, then it's you. Then if he has an app to find girls, it's you. He doesn't want to marry you. That's it. Just accept it. He doesn't want to marry you. He just don't want to marry you. If he's looking for this, if he's looking for marriage, then it's not you. That's it. Just accept it and move on. Hello, Abby. Hello, Abby. Hello, Abby. How you doing, Queen? Oh, all right. Okay, I'm sorry. I just thought that it was a misunderstanding. Krishna, okay? It was a misunderstanding. You said YC matrimony. You should have said that. Okay? I do apologize for saying that you made that. Okay? Hey Shinde, hey Shinde. I will not be taking I will not be giving tarot to Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Pisces. I will though if you want to chat or ask any questions without the tarot and no cards period, then you could go ahead and ask me a question. It's nothing personal, it's just that it's time to back off, uh, so I could extend. I could have more energy for other signs, for the signs that are really clicking with me and understanding. Okay, or that are willing to learn something. That that's it. No hard feelings, no love lost, nothing. I need to save my energy, and so that's pretty much it. Okay. This is not for me. It's not a game. For me, it's I'm dealing with people's lives here, and there's too many lives being lost. There's too many lies. There's too many crimes, and especially gossip, crimes of passion. How to control that animal is very dangerous. And so for me to just to engage in a hate destruction pattern and emotional patterns, and you're not understanding how to calm the mind, how to infuse yourself, you know, and to immerse yourself in when you're doing this kind of energy. It's scary. It's scary. It's scary. And so it's time, you know. I can't tell nobody how to live. I can't tell nobody, hey, you should do this, you should do that. This worked for me because it might not be working for you. You might not be on your soul might not be on that journey. You don't know what kind of lesson you have to learn this lifetime. Why you have done not done yet that you have to do. I cannot do that for you. Okay. All I can give you is the truth, and the truth hurts your spirit, the flesh, or whatever. This is not up to me. So there are some signs that are just, unfortunately, I'm not gonna give tarot. I think it's just at this point it's so very unhealthy. When you're looking for the instant gratification of it, just because I want to hear that somebody loves me when they truly don't love you. When you learn the lesson with them, and when you don't know how to let go. So it's very it's dangerous for me at this point to give these signs when they're looking for the now quick here. This is not really understanding the dangerous ground where corruption and lies. When we want control, what gives you control in life? When you're not understanding our true purpose here, and what is the biggest secret to happiness. It's not about success, not about the money. It's about sharing what makes you special, and your fulfillment, what gives you the sense of purpose, your personal strength. Those are the things that I'm into, this calm kind of soft energy, this era where I need to help you guys become a little bit more flexible, especially your mindset shifts, paradigms, and just embracing newness, cultivating a new mindset, more productive, more, like more to accept some of the responsibilities. Even if the person does accept responsibilities, that has nothing to do with you, not to continue to engage and get caught in the loop of destruction and hate, because that's what's keeping you stuck. And I want to embrace your sensitive, side, and don't make too much of people's remarks and criticism. If you like the compliments, you got to learn how to take the criticism. If you can't take it, if you try and say, oh no, I was in the bus yesterday with a Leo, and she's always loud. She comes in, she's loud. She got a nice personality, but she stays on the phone. She curses on the, and I take the bus to work. She curses. She's loud, but when another lady had the music on, she couldn't stand it. I said, that's just a reflection of you. You don't. A lot of times, the point I'm trying to make here. A lot of times, you don't see yourself. When you see it in another person, that's just a reflection of the way you act. You don't like it, so you tone it down. And so I can't wait for Monday so I can have the conversation with this person. A lot of times we look at the other person, all right? If you don't like something, it's time for you to change something about yourself. If you don't like something about a person, then let me start changing. You know, you could do all the meditation and this and that, but if you're not really connecting, communing, affirming with God, you could meditate all you want. If you could sit in meditation, but if you're not releasing faith, if you're not setting affirmations, if you're not praying, if you're not asking for wisdom, it is required. The spirit requires the soul has purpose here, and it's trying to tell you something. So yeah, so that was one of the things I almost wanted to be like, wow, but you do the same thing. You come in the bus, you curse, you carry on, but now a person that sits, you sit behind them, and they got some music playing loud, and it bothers you. That is crazy. We look at the other person, but it's like, wait a minute. And of course, you're not going to confront them. Now you don't like it because now they stopping your fun. You don't have to, you don't have to be in the center of attention all the time. You don't have to be loud all the time, you know. Uh, if you're seeking for attention, validation, right? You really got to go within and look within. You don't have to become this drama, what is expected of you. You don't have to, I don't know. I'm going to leave it there. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Hey, hot solstice. Okay. If you have a question, if you are a zodiac sign, star sign, however you connect, however you understand yourself in this wheel of the zodiac wheel, of our wheel. All right. So no Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. No fire signs in Pisces. All right. I'm not going to give them no tarot for a while. Okay, so if you have a question outside of tarot, I'll be more than happy to talk to you. If you got this is for me, this is something different for me. I could go ahead and tell you something, but I'm always going to go back to our evolution, your consciousness, your level of awareness. I'm always going to go back to that. So no matter what I do here, If you haven't understand me yet, you're not going to understand me. And that requires patience, and timing is everything. All right? So you understand yourself as light and consciousness and dark, and not to say, you know what, well, I don't like the devil. That is part of you. I'm not going to take it out of here to make you feel good, because you don't want to look at, you put in all your fears, or you looking at the devil card and you projecting all your insecurities on this animal. It's just an animal. It's a Baphomet. It's a bat. It's a wahoo. It's a mammoth. It got wings. It looks ugly. It got horns. The devil doesn't look like that. All right? The devil, anybody that comes to hurt you, right, is your adversary, becomes your devil, becomes your enemy. If you're not in an antagonist and you're not plotting no evil plans and you're not hurting anybody, if you're just if you're working hard, because that's basically what it's telling you, so you got to really understand. So I cannot continue to, oh God, I'm scared. Oh, you've been so dogmatized and indoctrinized with all this nonsense. And yeah, so just be very mindful. All right. But if you have a question, you could ask me a question outside of tarot. Okay. So that is pretty much it. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next live. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.